Welcome. I'm Lisa Slankard with the League of Women Voters. The League of Women Voters is a volunteer, nonpartisan, grassroots political organization. In our over 100-year history, we have not endorsed or opposed a candidate. Our mission is to empower voters and defend democracy. Candidate interviews encourage informed and active participation in government and can increase understanding of major public policy issues. The League of Women Voters of Cook County is composed of over 1,600 members from 12 local leagues within Cook County. The League of Women Voters of Chicago is one of those local leagues. As described in the Illinois Voter Guide, the Cook County Board of Review fairly and impartially reviews the assessments of all properties within the county to the extent authorized by the property tax code, corrects all assessments which should be corrected, raises, lowers, and/or directs the county assessor to change, correct, alter, or modify assessments as justice may require. It also uses the authority provided by the property tax code to ensure a full, fair, and impartial assessment of property. With me is Larecia Tucker, one of two candidates running in the March 19th primary for the Democratic Party nomination to be the Commissioner, Board of Review, 3rd District. We have asked the candidate to give a 2-minute opening statement that should include their qualifications and experience, what they want to do during the term of office if elected, and what do they want the voters to know about them. They will also be asked 3 questions and will have 1 minute to answer each question. They've received the questions in advance and a timer is being used. Candidate Tucker, please begin your opening statement.
Okay. I have been employed at Rich Township Assessor's Office since 2020, and I have helped residents with their exemptions and appeals. I am a licensed real estate agent and licensed insurance broker. I also have my designation as a certified Illinois assessing officer, which just means that I am able to be an assessor anywhere in the state of Illinois. The first thing I would like to do when elected is start reforming the 3rd District. One thing is the Inspector General has often mentioned that the commissioners should be ethical and not receive any monies from appeal attorneys, which is a massive conflict of interest. Also, guidelines will need to be on record in completing all appeals. This is required to make sure that all evaluations are conducted fairly and unbiased, with no favoritism with any appeals completed. Technology will need to be upgraded to be efficient with other tax systems. Right now, it takes extra resources to communicate with other taxing systems. It has come to my attention that the Board of Review is the only Cook County entity with no union for its employees. I would like to start that for the employees also. I am a wife that's been married for 25 years and have 3 wonderful children. I am a veteran. I am a person who wants to see change in District 3 Board of Review. I want to help the constituents understand the importance of the Board of Review and how we can help.
Thank you. And now we'll go on to the questions. The first question is, what are the most pressing issues in this office and how do you plan to address them?
There are 3 pressing issues that I plan to address, one of them being the guidelines, technology, and then favoritism. Guidelines on how to complete the appeals need to be addressed. Guidelines and standard procedures are needed to eliminate abuse and unfair outcomes. This will be addressed with other commissioners to have this put in writing and implemented into everyday practice. All entities should use the same technology platform so the appeals can communicate over the computer system. This will help the glitches that occurred this past Board of Review appeal cycle. It could also show the transparency between all systems. No favoritism will be shown while conducting the appeals or hiring process. The office must eliminate conflicts of interest and implement a new code of ethics.
Thank you. And now we'll go on to question 2. Currently, the Cook County Assessor's Office and Board of Review do not utilize the same criteria for commercial assessments. Should the two use the same criteria? And if so, how will you reconcile the differences?
Yes, definitely both entities should use the same commercial system in assessing properties. It is to make sure that the assessment and values are in line with the market without bias or favoritism. I am focusing on eliminating the favoritism that always seems to benefit the biggest properties. That is why conflicts of interest, retesting from campaign donations, have shifted so much burden onto others. We will work together as the assessor's office and the board of review to come to one accord in how to do the commercial properties and implement that in everyday occurrence when we're doing the appeals and have that on the books pretty much as quote unquote the law and how it should be done.
Thank you. And now we'll go to our third and final question. In its last session, the Board of Review reviewed and adjudicated nearly 500,000 assessment appeals, more than neighboring jurisdictions. What can the Board of Review do to reduce this number?
My plan to complete this is to eliminate conflicts of interest, such as tax lawyers' donations, adopting common procedures for evaluating appeals, and modernizing technology so we all can work from the same platform. It will take time, but these efforts will reduce the need of the knee-jerk appeals that's been occurring. It will also, it will allow us to focus on outreach for the appeal and for that the constituents to understand it better.
Thank you for participating in this candidate interview.